Is Imran Khan dead? Has he been badly tortured and killed on the orders of Mullah Asim Munir? There are horrible reports of what has been done to him, including allegations that he has been raped, right? He has been slowly poisoned. He has been brutally beaten up and tortured and killed. The Afghan media has even shown his dead body, pictures of his dead body. And for the last 22 days, nobody has been allowed to meet Imran Khan, not the Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, who is from his party. He keeps going to the Adiala jail, but for the last 22 days he has not been allowed to meet, despite court orders. Despite court orders, his family members, his distraught sisters, his lawyers have not been allowed to meet him because simply he is in a brutally battered condition. There were some leaks. Some doctor of the ISI had shown that he was brought in and face disfigured, discolored, abdomen, groins. I mean, he's been kicked, brutally beaten, and in all probability he is dead. So, is he alive? Is he dead? Going by Pakistan's past record, I'm afraid I personally have to be very pessimistic about what has been done to a very popular Prime Minister of Pakistan, who was in total touch and concord with the street opinion in Pakistan. Just take a look at the record, man. Liaquat Ali Khan shot dead, first Prime Minister of Pakistan. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto placed in jail by that butler of a Terry Thomas cartoon equivalent, General Zia-ul Haq, right? And there were so many mercy petitions from Saudi Arabia, other countries who had paid for the Pakistani bomb. Poor Bhutto, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, had promised to eat grass, but that we will get the bomb. And Henry Kissinger had told him, we will make a horrible example out of you. Horrible example out of you. And a horrible example was made. The Americans used the slavish Pakistani army, the minions of the white dispensation, firstly of the colonial Raj, and they were so used to bootlicking the whites that they transferred their allegiance post-independence to the United States of America. They had to have some white men to bootlick, and they used the Pakistan army to make a horrible example of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. He was put in jail by this butler Terry Thomas of a General Zia-ul Haq, and despite all pleas to save his life, he said, I'll hang the blighter. I'll hang the blighter. A proper British accent. He managed it. And he was put in jail. He was not only hanged, he was brutally tortured before he was sent to the gallows. All on the orders of General Zia-ul Haq, because he felt that alive he was a threat to him and his illegal rule, his despotic rule in Pakistan. Second was his daughter, Benazir Bhutto. She tried to make peace with the Pakistan army so that she could come back. There were interregnums, of course, and then General Musharraf had staged by then the second coup, and he could not tolerate any democratic dissent of any sort, any feeble chance of a democratic dispensation coming back and holding him to account, right? He had Benazir Bhutto assassinated. One attempt was made, she survived. In the second attempt, she was shot through the head, poor thing, and murdered, killed. And she had premonitions of it she had mentioned it to a media person, even to Arnab when he had gone and interviewed her. She had strong premonitions, but that was her fate. Nawaz Sharif was lucky because the Saudis intervened this time in a major way. And these people are so beholden for cash, that is their cash cow, so they can't afford to annoy Saudi Arabia. So therefore, Nawaz Sharif was exiled and not executed. But now we have a Mullah general back in power. We have a Mullah general back in power. He felt that the only threat to his bid for presidency for life in Pakistan is this popular politician called Nawaz Sharif. 2 years back, the crowds had come out on the streets and attacked the Corps commander's residence in Lahore. For the first time, the army was singled out and attacked, and that shook the army. And they realized how dangerous Imran Khan was to them. So they, Imran Khan, by the way, you must understand this. Imran Khan had refused to give bases to the Americans for air bases and drone bases to keep hitting Afghanistan, murdering people in Afghanistan. He had refused to do that. What the poor chap didn't know is that his army had already rented out bases, his air force had already given out the bases unbeknownst to him. Noor Khan was with the Americans, Murid Ke drone base was with the Americans, Jacobabad was with the Americans. The Americans were all over. The Americans were rather amused when they found a Pakistani politician trying to show independence, trying to, assert sovereignty. And, he used to admire how India had, safeguarded its strategic autonomy. And he wanted to do the same as a self-respecting leader of a nation state. The Americans said, oh, here is an upstart Pakistani politician, we know how to deal with him. We have that slavish, bloody Pakistani army. And they unleashed the army on Imran Khan. Exactly as they had unleashed the Pakistan army on Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Henry Kissinger had told him, we'd make a horrible example out of you, and they did. Through whom? Agency of the Pakistan army. That is why they talk of the 3 A's in Pakistan: Army, America, Allah, not necessarily in that order, right? Army, America, Allah. The Americans act through the Pakistan army, their slavish instrument of bootlicking, who are very keen to suck up to the whites, very keen to suck up to the Anglo-Saxons, because they were so used to doing that for the pre-independence era. And after independence, they craved for the taste of the boot. So they were given the charge of deal with this upstart. They've dealt with him. We all thought that it would, now that things have changed a bit and now that popular feelings are very much with Imran Khan, possibly his life would be spared. What do we find? Mullah Asim Munir stages a soft coup. He doesn't do a coup. He is very smart. This Mullah, as far as his own interests are concerned, as far as self-promotion is concerned, he is the smartest cookie in the whole of South Asia, man, if not in the world right now. Brazenly, selfish, self-oriented, narcissistic. He dreamed that I should be the president of Pakistan for life. And he is very, very, systematically worked to it. 2-year extension, then 5-year extension, and this and that, and in between there were rumors of all sort that Nawaz Sharif had said no. They dare not say no. They dare not say no. And just in case they had ideas of saying no, this man has decided to make a scapegoat of Imran Khan. I would be least surprised if he has had Imran Khan tortured and killed. Least surprised. Why are they torturing him? They want him to get the hell out of the country. Like Nawaz Sharif had obediently gone out to Saudi Arabia and then to Great Britain. They wanted him to get the hell out of the country. That man had dug his heels and saying, I am not leaving Pakistan. You'll have to kill me before you make me leave. I mean, they've not been able to break his spirit. So they are trying every trick in the ISI boat, every time a kind of beastly, bloody torture, beatings, etc. are being inflicted. And there are even rumors, horrible rumors of him being raped. How low can you sink, man? How low can you sink? Here is a popularly elected president of Pakistan, who's Prime Minister of Pakistan, who still, resides in the heart of the people. They're still prepared to come out on the streets for him, as they have come out now. His sisters were concerned. 22 days nobody has seen his face, despite court orders that the lawyers, that the family members would be allowed to meet. So his poor sisters, they wanted to meet their brother. The wife is already in jail. God knows what is being done to Musharraf Bibi. God alone knows. In this beastly country called Pakistan, hellish country called Pakistan, God knows what they are doing to a woman in jail. Right? But the fact is, when these sisters of Imran Khan went to Adiala jail, they demanded to see their brother. They were dragged by the hair, they were beaten, and the eldest of them, 71 years old, has been put in the same Adiala jail. This is how Pakistan treats its women and children, treats its former Prime Minister and his family. So is Imran Khan alive or dead? I don't know. But the case that he has been killed by Pakistan, Field Marshal or Failed Marshal Asim Munir, he got himself elevated, I mean, this is a country which is akin to Alice in Wonderland. अरे साहब, वो जो the air chief in Pakistan, Air Chief Marshal Babar Sidhu, was senior to Asim Munir. Asim Munir tried to, shout at him during Operation Sindoor when they were taking up pasting, a bloody beating of their lives. He tried to, yell at him, scream at him, etc. and all, and he told him, look, bud, I'm senior to you, you better watch your tongue. Zaban sambhal ke baat kar. And Asim Munir said, oh, that is easily dealt with. I have a butler called Shahbaz Sharif. Butler, I want to become Field Marshal, I want to become senior to Babar Sidhu. And not only he was not content with that, he said institutionalize. ये जो constitution piece of toilet paper है in Pakistan, इसको बदली करो. बदली करने के लिए, they had to get Imran Khan out, they had stolen the election. They had shamelessly rigged the bloody election. Then they did, some khuspus with the courts to get a 2/3 majority to the butler, Shahbaz Sharif. Why? Because he was needed to amend the constitution. 2/3 majority was needed to create करो, लात मारो, ये क्रिएट करो, ये कोई प्रॉब्लम है? पाकिस्तान की फौज का हुक्म है, ऐसे चुटकी बजाई तो साहब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बदली हो गई कि मुल्ला मुनीर को सीनियर करो, पहले तो उसको फील्ड मार्शल बनाओ फॉर लाइफ, ताकि वर्दी नहीं उतार सकता साहब. बहुत फिशेज एंड लोव्स ऑफ ऑफिस आर सो टेम्पटिंग फॉर अ पाकिस्तान आर्मी चीफ. जो चीफ बनता है वो गद्दी नहीं छोड़ना चाहता साहब, चिपक जाता है जोंक की तरह. He gets stuck to that bloody chair in that damned office. So he got himself, elevated to Field Marshal, Chief of Defence Forces. बाकी दोनों ने रोया, इनको भी मार्शल्स बना दो. Marshal of the Air Force, Admiral of the Fleet या Marshal of the Fleet, I don't know what they like to call themselves. अब 3 फील्ड मार्शल हो गए पाकिस्तान में और equivalents. I mean, is this a joke? Is this Alice in Wonderland? It is worse than Alice in Wonderland. That at least had some decency to the story. Then he castrated the Pakistani judiciary. Mullah Munir castrated the Pakistani judiciary. He said, constitutional court banegi, I will bloody appoint that damn court. And then he said, retroactively, no legal action can be taken against Mullah Munir. He is above the law. He is above the constitution. This is the divine right of kings, the only serving monarchy. Absolute monarchy in the world is through the institution of Pakistan's chief of defense force for 5 years. And he says, I want to be hang around for till I am 100 plus and all that. So I will be in charge of Pakistan because Pakistan needs me. Pakistan needs me. Sure, it needs you. It needs this man to destroy the state of Pakistan. He will preside over its dissolution. I can make this forecast with a great degree of certainty. So having legally fortified himself, what does Asim Munir do? Who is my greatest threat? Who is my only threat now? His only threat, he feels, is Imran Khan. So, answer is simple. Torture this man. Make him get the hell out of the country. Degrade him. Dehumanize him. Beat him up. Whatever you have to do to him. Slow poison the blighter. I'll hang the blighter. That Ziaul Haq syndrome. So visible. That is how the Americans deal with any popular Pakistani politician. Through the army. They don't dirty their hands. I mean, they deal with him through the Pakistan army. Mullah Asim Munir has felt that now no legal action can be taken against me even after I ever think of retiring or I am thrown out, like, after all, there is a use by date for all Pakistani dictators. They serve for 10-11 years and then the corps commanders start getting restive कि हट ही नहीं रहा है साला, हमारी चीफ की चांस बिल्कुल खत्म करे जा रहा है. So then they get together and there is, they have, by the time it is all gone, seniority gap becomes quite big. That man gets more involved in politics, the Pakistani dictator, and he loses touch with his support constituency base, the army, and then the army has a coup and throws him out, or they send exploding mangoes. Ziaul Haq साहब को वो आम खा रहे थे, वो आम फट गए, मुंह में फट गए, ठीक है. और this man, Pervez Musharraf was then shown the door by his collegium of corps commanders. This man fortified himself legally, and I think he has, when he felt very sure कि अब तो मेरा कोई कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ सकता, अब इमरान खान को time to slit his bloody throat. And I think that is what he has done. His greatest enemy may not turn out to be Imran Khan. You know who your greatest enemy will be? Mullah Munir, trader-in-chief of Pakistan, bootlicker of Donald Trump. It would be the people of Pakistan. They could turn out to be your greatest enemy because I don't think they are thrilled that you are going to send troops to help Israel destroy the Hamas. Like he had, his predecessors had done the crackdown. Ziaul Haq had done the crackdown in Jordan against the Palestinian Liberation Organization. Brutal crackdown, 20,000 मारे थे उस वक़्त. तो अब ये जाके हमास को मारेगा. He'll send 30,000 troops to Gaza because Donald Trump has ordered him to, and the bootlicker of the highest order has said, yes, mere aaka. He had promised to give them Bagram air base. अब ठंडे पसीने आ गए because he has almost started a shooting war with Afghanistan. Despite Turkey, despite the others trying to stop him from waging war against Afghanistan. He felt soft target है, Air Force ही नहीं है इनके पास. 3 more bombings he has done recently in violation of the ceasefire. And the Afghans have told him कि Kaka, we will get back at you at our own place and time of choosing. You use bombers, we will use suicide bombers. लेकिन जवाब मिलेगा. गदर हो रहा है. Over 1100 Pakistani military men have been killed in 2025 itself. It's not over as yet, sir. It's not over. Revolt in Baluchistan, revolt in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, revolt in Sindh, revolt in POK, revolt in Gilgit-Baltistan. पंजाब हार्टलैंड में तहरीक लबैक उठ रही है. एंड देयर वाज वन नायक जट, यू नो, who sent the pictures of this to BBC कि 1000, almost 1000 Tehreek-e-Labbaik followers have been murdered by the Pakistan army in cold blood. They went for him. He was in a mosque. They cornered him. They shot him dead. They shot him dead. They didn't even hand over his dead body to his family for burial. Standard operating procedure. Where is the body of Imran Khan? Where is the body of Imran Khan? Mullah Munir, you may just have miscalculated. Your greatest enemy, more than Imran Khan, was the people of Pakistan. Why was Imran Khan popular? I have already started talking of him in the past tense, because knowing these Pakistani military bootlickers of the United States, I don't expect any better. He was popular because he was in tune with street opinion in Pakistan. You are totally out of sync with the street opinion in Pakistan, and if you think that you can brutally do Jallianwala Baghs of the Tehreek-e-Labbaik and of anybody who dares raise his head against you, for some time. People get cowed down for some times, yes, but not all the time. You can fool some of the people all the time. You can fool all the people some of the time. But Mullah Munir, you cannot fool all the people all the time. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.